LDBC. This is your boy, Coach Sheldon Harrison. You're live on the Coach Sheldon Harrison Boxing Show Live. Okay, guys, this is an unboxing video. I've been getting a lot of people asking me, what are my thoughts on Alton, Sterling, and Philando, Castile. And I purposely don't really, put my thoughts out about these things sometimes because it's kind of almost like, it really saddens me. Like it really does, okay? See, I'm going to talk about the premise of this video, and I'm going to come at y'all from both angles, okay? It saddens me because you got two grown men that, for whatever reasons, they were, in their element, and they won't be coming home to their family. They just won't. So when they left the house that morning, that was the last time that their families would have saw them, okay? And I'm sure that these guys were providers for their families. Both men were. Here's the thing, man. Here's the thing. I'm upset because, when Alton Sterling, when, he was murdered by the police, the first thing that came up about this man is his background record. That's the first thing. The first thing that came up about this dude is his background record. Now, I don't know if you guys remember, okay? And that was a guy, the same situation happened. It was a black guy, and he was a neighborhood watchman. His name was Roger Scott. I don't know if y'all remember this. This happened years ago. And, he killed a white guy. And I noticed, man, that, they never really brought the past of this white kid in question. They ain't try to do that. But the media immediately tried to villainize Alton Sterling. And they tried to villainize him. They talked about this man past, man. I'm talking about a lot of really, stuff about this man. But I kind of really just want to talk about us in general, okay? Us in general, and when I say us, I'm talking about African-American men and what happens when you deal with law enforcement. Guys, the law enforcement, they're going to shoot you. You see, I feel bad for Alton Sterling. And I wish, man, part of me would just wish I could have been there and just say, man, stop moving. Just don't move. Just stay there. Just lay down. Because the more you struggle, man, they're going to kill you. That's what I was wanting. And I saw him struggling. And probably to his own defense, man, the store owner had no problem with him there selling DVD. They didn't have a problem with that. Okay? And I don't know I don't know everything. I don't know if he was waving his gun around. You get a lot of reports from the media saying that he was waving his gun around. But, in the video, you couldn't see a gun. I didn't see the gun until the officer took it out of his pocket. So I don't know. And I heard the officer shout, he got a gun. But I wish I could have been there because I would have told him, listen, man, stop struggling. Listen, just stop. Because we can fight this in court. See, that's what I would have told him. You see, this kind of thing, it's been going on for a long time, y'all. This been going on for centuries. The only problem is, guys, is that we have social media. And I'm telling you, because you have a camera and a microphone, a camera and an audio system, now the stuff is coming to the water. It's coming to the limelight. You see, without social media, guys, this stuff still went on. It still went on. I mean, it's people acting like this kind of thing has been happening. They act like this thing just started happening. No. This been going on for a long time. But see, here it is with African-American men. They're going to be more aggressive with you. The way you can't beat a police officer in his domain. His domain is the street. That's his domain. You can't beat him there. The officer will win that battle every single time. You see, when you're dealing with these guys, in your mind, you can be thinking one thing. And you can be pissed off. And I give all of us that. Being pissed off, man. I get pissed off when I get pulled over. But I don't show it. See, if I got a real problem with the police, if I have a definite problem, I take him to court. Or, I go and do it outside the street. Your goal with that encounter is to go home. See, when I get encountered from an officer, one guy, I put my hands up on the steering wheel. My stuff already there. I knew he was pulling me over, so I put my stuff on the dashboard. I had everything that this man needed to see. And my hands were right there on the dashboard with my stuff. Now, he looked at me and he said, why you got all your stuff out and why you got your hands on the dashboard? I said, because you're not shooting me. It's point blank. And he said, nah, man, I ain't like that, man. I said, nah. I said, I understand, man. You got a hard job. You got to make fast decisions. I said, I'm not going to give you a decision to make. That's going to cost me my life. So, and you know what, man? He appreciated that. My tags were like 2 days expired. And he literally just said, hey, man, good luck to you, man. Just go get it done here. And he just let me go. You see, sometimes, that encounter, it could have been something big. I don't like being pulled over. Nobody does, okay? I don't like it. But the fact of the matter is, they gonna pull you over. It don't matter who you gonna get pulled over by the police if you drive a car. That's just the way that is. Okay? But I wish I could have been there and just said, Alton, man, come on, man, just chill. Hey, look, man, let's go to court. Let's take this to court. We know these dudes wrong. Let's take them to court and let's really see if we got a civil lawsuit. Let's do that. You see, I know if enough people take the police to court for civil cases, see, money, everything is run and dictated by money. And no county, no district, they don't want to keep shelling out money for these cases. You see, you can get the police and the system to change, but you're going to have to hit them in the pockets. You got to hit them in the pockets. And I'm telling you, if enough of these guys have to go to court, they can't they can't do their job because they're always in court. That's money. If they got to pay out these civil lawsuits, that's money. Okay? But they shot the guy. The guy really, he didn't seem like he was an imminent threat. Alton Sterling didn't seem like he was an imminent threat. He was struggling. But, you know, here's my thing too. You know, could they have tased him? And some people, media reports say that they tried to tase him. You're a strong dude if you can handle a tase. And I guess there are only so many taser shots you can take before it kills you. I don't know. Okay? Maybe if I got any police officers sub to my channel, maybe you can kind of make that clear for me, okay? I don't know. But I do know one thing. I know they didn't have to murder him, okay? And that should have been the last thing. They didn't have to murder him. There are some police officers that are doing the right thing. And I see them every day. But you got these segment of police officers, man, they're afraid. And I got friends, man, that are actually, and I ought to ask them, you know, I ought to ask them when I go see them. They said, man, you know what? Yeah. Black men to them sometimes are intimidating. And sometimes their mind go awry. It goes astray. And, you know, okay, it is what it is. But, I mean, they didn't have to kill him. You see, looking at that videotape, it really suggests, man, that, you know what? They had already had in their mind. They already had in their mind that they were going to kill this dude. Like, honestly, they already had in his mind. They already had in their brain that they were going to kill this dude. The body language posture. Well, he had a gun. You couldn't see a gun until they took it out of his pocket. So that debunks that argument. Now, maybe I would have had to see the whole thing, but man, it just seemed like he just pulled his gun out and said, if you keep moving, I'm going to shoot you. That's not police protocol. Matter of fact, you tell somebody you keep moving, I swear to God, that's not police protocol. That's not. That's improper protocol. If they keep moving, they ain't no threat. So to shoot them, the protocol was wrong. But these officers are going to get off. You know why? Because there was a gun in his pocket. Folks, don't get an uproar. Don't go burning down stuff. Because that's one thing that we do when we get upset, we burn stuff. Nah, don't do that. Because the fact of the matter is, these two police officers, they're going to get off because they saw a gun. And they're going to say that it was an imminent threat, which Alton Sterling was a threat to nobody. He really was just selling DVDs. Whatever kind of criminal record you say he got, that's irrelevant. We're talking about right now. We're talking about what was he doing in front of the store. He was selling DVDs. He wasn't a threat to anybody. He wasn't even a threat to anybody. I don't know. He was selling DVDs. Take what from you will. Now, in Philando Castile situation, point blank, the police, man, these guys, they need to never get out of jail. See, killing them, they don't do it because you get them out of the situation easy. These officers, man, they need to be in jail because they point blank shot this man in cold blood. The man told you. He point blank told you that he had a concealed weapon. He told you that. And then you tell him to go get his information. You tell him that. And he gets his information and you shoot him. What the hell is that? And I'm going to tell y'all again. The police officers are trained to kill, man. They're trained to kill. They really are trained to kill. They're not trained to serve and protect. They're trained to kill. And I want y'all to go online, and I really want y'all to look up and type in Police Academy Training. Type it in. A lot of the stuff dealing with obstacle courses, but when you look at some of their combat techniques, they train to kill. Like literally, they train to kill, man. And you can take a whole police unit force. Man, we need to start sending them dudes to war. I bet you'll go win any war. You take a police force of crazy officers, they can go win a war. Because they shot Philando. Man, you shot him? But one thing that kind of had me up in stir, man, his girlfriend was real calm. His girlfriend was real calm. Almost as if like, oh, okay, well, they shot him. And I think she really was just trying to be calm because I think she was in fear for her own life. That's because people mistake that, man. They think, well, she don't really care. I think she was afraid for her own life. And I'm sorry, yeah, she was concerned her man got killed, but dude, when it comes to your own life, a lot of people like, man, wait a minute now, I ain't trying to die too. And I think that's where her mind was at. You guys tell me what you think about this. This is your boy, Coach Shelton Harrison. I'm done.